So do you have any doubts before going further? Yes. So yesterday we have seen like how to route it to work list from individual operators. Now we'll see how to route through work basket. Yeah, let's wait for 1 more minute. It's still starting.
Yes, Subhash?
Yeah, still starting. Yeah. I'm
Still
waiting.
starting. Okay.
So now we will see how to assign the web to work basket. Generally, for each team, like for each team of people in individual team, they will create some work basket. Like for processors, one work basket. For for technicians, one work basket. Like that, they will create separate work basket. So if you want to see the work baskets, you can see here in the Visual Studio. You can see here. So the all the work baskets that are available in the system. So I want to create one more. Let me open from here and I will say where is that one. So like every operator will belongs to one work group. So every work group also have access to one work basket. So that is called default work basket. That means that all the operators who belongs to this work group can have access to this work basket. When you open this work group, you can see the default work basket. So default work basket in the sense I like. So this I mean all the people who belongs to this work group can access from this work basket. Now let me create one work basket. I'm saving this one. And I rename it like processor work basket. And then I want to create the work group as well. Processor work group. Here I will use the default work basket for processor group is processor work group. And here manager for this is manager at save it. And here the default work group is processor. Save it. So I created one work basket and one work group, and every work group belongs to one work basket because it is a default work basket for him. Now I need to open the processor operator ID, and here I will change the work group to processor. Once I do like this, I will go to class, case, and then here load of assigned to individual. Here earlier I assigned to individual person, like processor and operator ID is assigning one person. But when you assign to a person, if he is on leave, so if he is on leave or he is not available in the he is left the company, then it's the issue. So when I say processor work group or processor work basket, multiple processors may be there. This is I create one processor ID, there may be one more processor ID, processor 1, processor 2, like that. So now I want to route it to the work group, work basket rather than work list, so that anybody who belongs to that work, that work basket can access that. So like this you can do for technicians, for this you can do for CSS as well. Work basket, my work basket name is processor work basket. Submit. Now let me log off. So we need to log in with CSR. So this time I will go for negative scenarios, the rejection scenario, risk line. Can you once again ping your email ID here?
Yes, sure, Subhash.
So now we'll go to work basket rather than work group. Now we're going to work basket and say processor work basket satyam.com. Now so processor should log in. So just to see, let me log in as a manager, because manager only can see work basket items. Other person cannot see. Manager at Satyam roles. He is the manager for the work basket. So here you can see that work basket name will be displayed. This portal you can see processor work basket. You can see the item 1 is there because I just routed to work basket here. So you can see the routed work basket here. Just click on that to display P150 is waiting. So here it's not routed to any person. It's there in the work basket. Now anyone who belongs to this work basket can pick up the work, including the manager. So manager can pick up from anywhere because he has that capability. But here for processor, how can he pick up the work? Because he cannot see that. See, now it's not there in his work list because we didn't assign to processor. Now how can he pick up the work? And we are not giving him provision to cherry picking, so he cannot pick up the work from cherry picking from there. So he should use this next assignment. So when you click on next assignment, it will get the next assignment, but still it's not showing here because for this to work we need to have one more configuration. So let me do that. Now so when I click this one, it's saying there are no assignments available for you to work on. So here we need to do one more configuration to work that. Let me go there.
Subhash,
Pardon?
I have one query.
Yep.
Manager is able to see the user's work list items.
User's work list cannot see. So work list nobody can see.
Individual work list, even managers also cannot see.
Yeah, manager also cannot see.
Okay. Now, why I'm asking is, suppose the particular user is on leave unexpectedly. So, but such task has to be processed in a particular day. Then how it would be handled in campus?
I mean all this. I mean all the all the work items assigned to operate that particular person. So is also still available for the manager. So you can do. I will show you that one. So anyway, so here first let me show here like I mean when you click on processor get next assignment is not working because you need to mention what is the work basket you have access for the next assignment. So when you click get next assignment. When you click get next assignment, system will analyze that what is the best item for him. So if you want to get the items for the work basket, so you need to give the work basket names here in the operator form. So this is for the get next work item. Here you need to mention a processor, work basket or Satyam. 10, you can give 10, minimum threshold is 10. So now when you click get next work, what happens is it will also search in the work basket and as well as work list, and then you can see get work from work basket first. If you want to give priority for the work basket, select this box. If you want to give the work list, if you want to give the priority for the work list, select this one, unselect this one. Or else if you want to merge both, if you want to merge both work list and work basket and identify the best one, you can use this one. So we have different options for all these options related to the get next work. When you click get next work, so what should happen? Will mention.
What is first option? Operator is available to receive work means.
That is what I mean, because if he is not available, that is what indicate whether he is available or not. So if he, if he left the company, so how can we stop user receiving the work? So we can just ignore it here.
Okay.
So if you left the company,
if I go for the second option, so first option is mandatorily have to be selected.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, we cannot. I mean, this means that individually he can receive the work. If he is not, if this is not the person who can receive the work individually, we can unselect this one. This person cannot be shown in the work list when you are routing to work list, because he is not available to receive. Even if you assign, even if you assign the work to this person, because he is not available, you will go for substitute operator. Okay, but by default that will be selected. Now let me log off here. Let me log in as a processor now. I think it can show you the list of items for manager. Let's verify that. So once you click next assignment now, it will show you that P158 item. Now you can see P158 is coming. Okay. Now you can see here. So now it is in processor item. Now if you log in as a manager again, I think it will show the manager at Satyam. You can see here is showing here. It's not showing the which items you have, but you can show how many work items you have access. How many work items you have access? You can see work basket is not there. You can see here it's showing the work list for this user. So you can also see the the team members work list as well. So this is his team members, and here is showing the how many work items are pending with this processor, and you can click on that and it's showing here work list for the processor. Okay, this is what your question, right? Whether manager can see the work list of the members.
Yes, Subhash.
Yeah. Yes, I mean he can see it here. So we have provision here, so you can see, and he can, if you want to do, he can also route it to other person.
Okay.
And basically routing cannot be done directly from here. He can just see it here, but he can perform it here. If you want to do routing, he doesn't need to see here. He can go to bulk actions. Here you can do all the things. You can do processing, and here you can route it to anyone. Case type is not assigned to manager. Just remove this, and here I want to filter case. No results found. So you can see now all the cases will come, irrespective of to whom it is assigned, irrespective of to whom to assign it. Now the P158 is also coming in the list. Processor, like that, all list will come. Whatever the cases created as part of when the warrant claim, all the cases will come. So it is no matter whether it's assigned to any person of his member. So all the cases will come here, and whichever the cases you want to assign to somebody else. So let's say these cases you want to assign to somebody else. Just select these cases whichever you want to, and then here you can see select actions. Here you can see transfer assignment will be there. I selected P156. Select the tracks one. Not working. Why? Yeah, here you can see transfer assignment. Click on transfer assignment. Now it will ask you to whom you want to assign. Do you want to assign to work list? Do you want to assign to work group? Again, all the things will come. Let's say I'm selecting operator directly. Now processor. So now it is moved to processor workgroup. Now if you go to dashboard again, now you can see 2 is coming here because I assign the work to processor manually. So you can see P156 is also coming. Okay, that's how you can assign the work to anyone. You can see the work list and you can perform the work list as well. Okay. So then let's continue it from Satyam. Now confirm this 158. So here I am going for negative scenarios now, like rejection scenario. So now warranty is expired. When the warranty is expired, I should get warranty expiration. I mean that warranty rejection scenario. Now you will get a mail with a rejection. What is happening? If it is all rejected, there is an issue maybe. So now let's check your email. You will get the same email. Here your claim is rejected. So you are not eligible for the claim.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. So that's how you can.
Where do you verify the email? In the.
You can see in the attachments it will be shown.
Okay. Case attachments.
Yes. Okay. Now we will see SLAs. How can we? So if you see here, for everybody urgency is 10 is coming. Let me log in as a manager. There you can see more items. If you see here, every case is having the default urgency somewhere. It's not displaying urgency. So here it is urgency 10 is there. So what is the main aim of this urgency? So generally, so I want to make something as more priority. I want to use some items as a more priority. So technically, so urgency value will do that work. So if I want to give, so let's say my statement is like this. Once the customer is applied for a credit card, so we are giving the goal time as 2 days. So if it is not completed in 2 days, I want to increase the urgency for that work item, because after 2 days if you are still not able to complete, so I want to, if you want to perform you want to process a credit card applications, I want to give more priority for this application because it's already 2 days gone for this application. So whoever applications, I mean whatever application is coming newly, they will still get the less urgency. After 2 days application, one application will get the more urgency. So while processing the applications, when you click the get next assignment, the system will always go for the highest urgency item for the first. So to increase the urgency, we need to technically, if we want to achieve that, we can go for SLAs. So you can, in the SLAs, you can also do not only increase the urgency, you can also do escalation actions that we will see how we can do it. The main aim of SLAs here is to set the time bounds, to set the goals, to set the goal and deadline timings, you can do it case level, you can do at stage level, you can do at step level, but most of the times we'll do at case level only. For entire case only we'll keep some time bounds. I mean, we don't keep some specific tasks. So for entire case I am giving 7 days time. So for some tasks we may take more time, for some tasks we may take less time, but in overall I want to complete the entire case in 7 days for the credit card application. The same way here also you can do the same thing. So before that, let me tell you some part here. As I said, we have 3 terminals here: goal, deadline. Let's say the case is starting here. This is a goal. Let's say I'm saying goal is 3 days. So this is the 3 days. Goal is 3 days. So I mean, this is the starting point for the goal. I'm giving 3 days, and for after goal, so after goal I want to increase the urgency by 10. Okay. Now by default the initial urgency for all the work objects, by default the default urgency will become 10. the default urgency will be there, that is 10. So we cannot change it. By default for each work object will get default urgency 10. Now after goal, if the work is not completed within 3 days, now what happens? The urgency will be added to the default. So now the case urgency will become, after goal will become 20. So this 10 will be added to the default urgency. Now the case urgency will become 20. Now we have one more concept called deadline. So the deadline, if I say I am giving 4 days for the deadline, so I am saying you need to complete within 3 days. That is a goal time. That is you are supposed to complete within 3 days. But if for some reason, for any technical reason, if you are not able to complete in 3 days, I want to give the deadline of 4 days. When I say a deadline of 4 days, it doesn't mean that I am giving extra 4 days after the goal time. It is including the goal time. The deadline time is always including a goal time included. So that means that the goal and deadline will start simultaneously. The timer sometimes will start simultaneously. When I say 4 days, it is including the goal time. So now already goal time 3 days last here. So this is 3 days. This is deadline. So that is why the deadline time should be always greater than the goal time, otherwise system will throw an error message. This is 1 day. The timers will be starting simultaneously. So whenever the goal reaches to 3 days, automatically deadline also reaches to 3 days because they are starting at the same time. So there is one more day left for you to complete it. So after deadline, I want to increase the urgency by 30. So now 30. Now the case urgency will become. So interviews or in most of the exams also same question will come. Case urgency now become, 20 is there, now 30 will be added, now it will become 50. And sometimes after deadline also I want to give pass deadline. We have one more concept called pass deadline. The pass deadline will start from here after the deadline. This is the pass deadline. So this is the pass deadline, as the name indicates, will start after the deadline. So if I am giving one more day for pass deadline, again you can increase the after pass, you can increase the and the urgency cannot more than, if urgency reaches to 100, that is the maximum value. So after 100, even if you increase, it won't increase. That is the maximum value for any case. So that is why you need to give. I mean, as a developer, you should keep those things in your mind. So you cannot give 50 plus 50 plus 50. Even if you give, it doesn't make any sense for the system. So that should be realistic in nature. So the urgency would be between the scale of 0 to 100. So you can give the maximum value is 100. So the beauty of pass deadline here is you can repeat this pass deadline. So I am giving the first iteration for the first attempt. I am giving 1 day, but I want to give 2 attempts for this. That means that for the first attempt, 1 day is extended. If you are not able to complete, urgency will be increased 60. Again, for the second attempt also, 1 day will be given. This is called number of attempts you want to make for the first deadline. So first attempt 1 day extra, second attempt also 1 day extra. So if you are not able to complete within 1 day first time 10 will be increased. After second day also, if you are not able to complete, so second day also one more 10 will be increased in the urgency. The urgency will become 70 then. So these configurations we can do in the system. Now let's see how can we do the system. Now go to case, open the case. For entire climb, so for testing purpose I cannot give 7 days, so I will give in minutes, 1 or 2 minutes for testing purpose. But internally, for increasing the urgency, some agent will be running. The agent will be running for every 30 seconds or 1 minute. So there will be some delay in updating the urgency if you give the minutes, because system will take some time to update the values in the database. So in realistic scenarios it will be days, so there won't be an issue in realistic scenarios, but now for testing purpose we will set 1 or 2 minutes. So here you can see goal and deadlines option. If you go to case, you can see goal and deadlines. So consider goal and deadline. By default it will take 2 days, 3 days. But to open the SLE rule, before that let me first save it. Open the SLE. Now you can see the default urgency will be 10, but if you want to increase that default urgency, the initial urgency, you can give here. So if I give 20 here, what happens? Whenever I create the case, the initial urgency will become 30 going forward. Just to verify that, let's run the case once again. Now you can see the urgency will become 30. If you want to see the urgency details, go for information tab. Here you can see urgency is 30 now. Because default 10 will be there. Default 10 will be there, and then I am giving initial urgency as 20. So the initial urgency will be always added to the default urgency, become 30. And now here for testing purpose I am giving, instead of days I am giving, so goal is 1 minute, deadline is 2 minutes. Okay, and if the goal is not completed in 1 minute, I want to increase I can see amount to increase the urgency. Select the 20 here. So along with not only increasing the urgency, you can also do escalation actions. So what type of escalation actions are available? You can see here. You can run some logic. If something is goal is not complete, the work is not completed in goal time, you want to build some logic, you can call the update transform. You can call the other flow rule. You can advance the flow automatically to next flow to next. So notify assign, you can notify the assignee saying that so and so work is not completed. You can notify the manager. You can transfer to somebody else. Let's say after deadline is still not able to complete, then business want to assign to somebody else. Again you can mention work list and work basket again. So what are the escalation actions business wants? So we need to do that one. Here I want to assign the assignee if goal is not completed. The deadline, if deadline is not completed, I want to assign to manager. These are the escalation actions. And you can see passed deadline, number of attempts, limit passed even deadline events to, this is the number of attempts, and amount increase to, you can do it here. But I want to go with only the goal and deadline. So 1 minute, 2 minute here. So let's say for some reason if you are giving 2 minutes here and if you are giving 1 minute here, this is an error. System will throw an error now because the deadline should be always greater than the goal. Or else the reverse is also said. So goal time must be less than the goal deadline time. So goal time should be lesser than the good deadline time. That means that the deadline should be maximum. So you can give 3 here and 2 here. Now just give 1 minute or 2 minutes here. Save it. Now save everything. Now go here and now refresh here. These numbers will also change. If you go to goal and deadline, you can see now the day, instead of days you can see minutes are coming. Now run the case. I'm running the case from the manager portal. Let me run from the manager portal. Create, climb. So let's wait for, so don't complete the work within 1 minute. So we'll wait for, so here now 30, after goal what I am doing, I am increasing the urgency by 20. So the urgency will become 30. Internal agents will be running. Those things will be doing this modification. Let's wait here. You can see the goal and deadline time as well, less than a minute from now. The goal is less than a minute from now, about deadline is about a minute from now. So meanwhile, let's close this. You can just remember, see, this is 511. Let me close it. After 1 minute, I will open it. So let me create meanwhile one more so that we can see both as well. You can see urgency is coming 30. Let's wait here. This is 512, 511 is already there. Let me close this one as well. Let me close this one. Let's go to 511 now. Still is there. You can see already goal is crossed, but still urgency is not increasing because it takes some time. Now you can see 50. You can see the urgency 50 became. So internally system is running. It's updating the goal. Okay, that's how the urgency. If you wait for 1 more minute and if you close it, generally you should not lock it. So if somebody is working, sometimes the urgency will not be updated. So better, because in real also it will be in days. Somewhere it will update in the night or somewhere. So let's wait for 1 more minute. Let's see here now. It's still 30. Let's refresh. 512. It's still same. Okay, this is also 50. Now go back to again to 511. Now deadline is also reached. You can see here last updated by. So you can see the last updated by agent. So this is service level agent. So process event is agent. That is, you can see the mail is also coming. As per our, you can see work object C511. This is out of the box email. You can also change this one. So next instance of client, that is work item C11, has a part of the deadline time. Okay. Now wait for some more time. It will increase the urgency by 30. That means it should become 80 basically. Let's close it. Open 522. Here also same thing. Let's close this one as well. 511 should be 80, but it's showing 50. After deadline, we are increasing by. Oh, sorry. After deadline, I'm not increasing anything. That's why it's not increasing. Okay. So if you keep 30 here, now you will become 80. So it won't increase the urgency because I didn't do that one. Create one more. It's 30, and let's wait for here 513 for 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, the urgency will be increased by 80. Default 30 will be there, and then increasing by 20 for goal, and then 30. So it will become 80. So any doubts so far here?
Subhash, this urgency or SLA's configuration only at case level, or else can we do it stage level and step level?
You can do it at any level. You can do it, and that's what I said in the definition. You can do set the goal and deadline timings at the case level, at the stage level, at the step level as well. So if you go to stage, that depends on the, but configuration will be same. So stage level, I can see service level agreement is there. Step level, for individual action also you can keep. I want to complete this action within 1 day, collecting the information, and service level agreement is there. Okay, so but I am doing it for the case level, but in realization most of the times we'll do it case level only. For task level, that is very rare scenarios where somebody, let's say if you are doing some external person, we are assigned to somebody else who is not outside the person. At that time we will do at task level, but most of the times for entire case we will do. Now let's open it again. 50 now, so already updated the goal time. Now wait for some more time to update the deadline timings. So now you can say urgency is 80 now. Okay, that's how. So whenever the urgency is 80, we go to that list of items. It always, you can see the number is coming red color. In the list of items, if you refresh it once again, always the highest urgency will be on the top. It's not still updating. I think here also it will take some time. But let me close it maybe, and let me open the manager portal again. It's still showing 30 only. So when you open it, you can see the actual, it is increased to 80, but that is still showing 30 only. Maybe for this they are doing something wrong. It may take time as well. Okay, that is fine. So it's not showing the correct values here, but when you open it, you can see the urgency information tab. We can see the urgency correct value. So by this, the first part is over. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll concentrate on advanced topics.
Subhash, in the portal, so in the front end, automatically it will get updated, or do we have to do anything? The manager portal.
No need. So we don't need. This is just like a report
definition. Functionality.
Yes, this is out of the box functionality. We don't need to do anything here. So for some reason it's showing old data. Maybe the database may not be updated, something. Maybe let me log off here. Maybe that will solve the problem. Yeah, no, still saying 30 only. Okay. So maybe what is happening is, let me check internally. Data pages might be created. The database might be running at server node level. No, thing is there still is not working. Okay, it's not there here also. So we completed the basic, CSL level topics. Now from tomorrow onwards we'll discuss the advanced topics. We completed all the UI here. Now we'll see like how can we, what is the harness, what type of harness we have, how can we customize the harness, and what type of screen flows we have. We have one more flow called screen flows. How can we use that in the case designer? And we'll go forward like that. And then we'll discuss activities, the integration part going forward. Okay.
Okay. And so how many classes? So it may take to complete.
10 more sessions.
Yes, so we can assume maybe month end or else November first week.
Yes, month end won't take. Meanwhile, only we'll try to complete it. Yes, by 27, by next weekend we'll try to complete. Okay, we'll take next weekend classes to complete it. Okay, this weekend not.
Next weekend I may not be available.
Okay,
we'll see okay. Based upon. I'll tell you. One more question I have. I'm planning to give a CSSA certification.
Okay.
So I completed the course actually on Pega Academy very long back, and so I gone through all the quiz and all things, whatever the stuff is there.
Okay.
So is that sufficient to complete CSSC or else?
See, I mean, just go through the content, the Pega Academy, and you can download that student guide.
Where is the student guide? Actually, there is a courses, right, in the Pega self-study.
And
So
that's what I'm
able to see.
there only. We have option to download the link. Something is there, right, for exercise.
But I'm talking about transcript and open exercise system, right? Download solution I'm talking about.
Yes, there when you go to that chapter, on the right hand side you will get an option to download the student guide.
Yeah, okay.
Then download that, and that is transcript for all the chapters.
For that particular, suppose so now I'm in application design. I have opened the introduction to rule set.
No. You need to go to that download exercise link. Chapter will be there, right? It may be third chapter.
You were talking about exercise.
So in the course, in the CSSA course, we have a list of items, right? One by one.
Yeah. Yes.
So there, what is the third chapter? If you see the work, can you show me your screen so that I can guide you?
Send me the presenter. I'll download it and uninstall it. I hope you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes. I'll go to Pega Academy. Now go to the text third chapter. Here, orientation third chapter. Download exercise system. Second chapter.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
On the right hand side, you need it. No, not that one. So go ahead. Go top. Support forum application. Complete glossary. Maybe go back again. Second, go to next chapter, next lesson.
Yeah.
Senior exercise guide.
This one.
Student way. Go click on that. Now this one. You should give the student guide. I think this is one page only. So go to first chapter once.
Yeah, this is 97 pages.
97 pages. Scroll down. I think this is only exercises, I guess, not the complete. This is exercises only. Okay, let's go to first chapter.
Application design.
Yes, first chapter. Welcome down, but welcome one is there, right? No, not that one.
Which one?
Yeah, here. Okay, you can see student guide.
Welcome.
No, open that welcome.
Yeah, okay, here.
Yeah, on the right hand side you can see student guide.
Okay.
This should be having nearly 500 pages, I guess.
500 pages.
Yes.
So if you go through these all things online, it's not sufficient.
Yes, it will
Instead
suffice.
of going through the 500 pages, here they are given all the content.
Go through that, and you need to have some practical knowledge so that you can easily complete it.
Because now I have at least good knowledge. Now I created one POC on that cloud-based.
The second tab. This is the exercise guide.
Okay.
So 551 pages are there.
It might be the same thing, right? Whatever they.
Same thing only. Should have say documented PDF.
It might be readable purpose, right?
Yeah, readable.
Yeah, and Yeah, do you have any dumps, anything available to
I
show
don't
that?
jumps, but I have some questions. I will try to share with you. I will
Could you please
maybe
share me actually?
yeah,
I
sure, sure.
booked for Saturday, but I'm planning to postpone it
For
for
this
one
Saturday.
more. Yeah,
Uh,
due
for
to
this,
production issue, I will not able to spend. You know, right? Last week I joined
you can
our
postpone.
training also a little bit late.
You can also postpone, no, that one. So better to postpone to end of this after this course so that you can get some idea as well.
The thing is, before joining to the project, I supposed to complete the certification. They are planning to give a CSC role to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, so I will postpone to next Saturday or next Monday or something. Can you please
Okay.
share the questions, whatever you have?
Yeah, I'll check in my mailbox. I don't remember where it is. I will check it and I will share you this weekend.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow we have class, right?
No, no, tomorrow we don't have. This weekend we don't have class. We will meet on Monday.
Monday or morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Please try to share the questions,
Yeah, sure,
whatever you
sure.
have. Yeah?
Okay.
Please do not forget about it.
Yeah, sure, sure.
And any more suggestions would you give it to me to clear this
It
certification?
is fine. So just go through the document, and if you have any queries, let me know so that we can.
Yeah, yesterday I asked you a question, right? I was unable to show you that. Today also, so can I discuss 2 more minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Let me show you that. So, English table. Yeah, I hope you're able to see this, right?
Yes.
See, generally, so for properties, we will store in a local list or remote type list using the table type, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here they are telling me about another sentence. Actually, I didn't get this sentence. I never see this word actually, table edits.
That's what table is nothing but that one. What we call yesterday. I think we discussed that one. This is equivalent to the table type.
Equivalent to table type. Mm-hmm.
Mm. The name is maybe changed like that.
Is it
Earlier it is
legacy version terminology is table edit?
yes.
Okay. And let me know one thing, in the PDN, can we get any step-by-step or some example POCs documents?
No, PDF won't do
Nothing.
that step by step. Just give overall the topic wise.
Okay. And one more
Example.
question I have today. So yesterday I asked you that question while we are discussing about the decision tables.
Mm-hmm.
So while I was completing the quiz today, I saw that question. So where is the question?
Can you do it faster? Otherwise we are running out.
Yeah. This one.
What is the topic you are remove the topic name?
Yeah, I'm looking for the decision tables. Yeah, I think I'll get it. Yeah. Yeah, this one. When using the evaluate all rows sitting on a decision table, which of the following is true? So they are telling you cannot call the table from a declarative expression.
Yes.
What does it
So
mean?
we have seen the declare expression, right?
Yeah.
So in the declare expression, we can call the decision table.
Okay.
Okay. Generally,
If
we
I
can call
enable that option, we cannot call it the table.
cannot call. That's what I'm saying. Because here, declare expression is expecting only one result, but when you select evaluate all rows, it will give multiple results. Simple concept. Okay. Then that is why it's not accepting. So we need one result only. I don't
Multiple
need
results means when you enable that, so we are returning the results with multiple properties. Am I right?
yes.
My understanding. Okay.
I mean multiple values, all the rows will be evaluated. And when I'm evaluating all the rows, some more than one row may be true.
Okay.
Okay. So that is why it will accept in the declare expression.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Subhash. Please share me that links. I'll prepare the weekend. And and one more question is can you after this training can we have any sessions called to complete what is it, POC?
With POC you were saying?
While I'm completing the POC, will you suggest something? So initially while starting.
Yes, that POC you need to start simultaneously along with me. It's not like after that one. So when I'm discussing some topics, right? You need to implement the same topics on the same day as the exercise, and then after this course you will give in one only, not more than one session. So meanwhile you can practice it for one week or something. You take 1 week buffer time and you can practice it, and you can say ask for Ashok for one more session. On that day we can discuss.
Okay, so that means after the training you will give me one week buffer. After that we'll have a session to discuss about the POC and outside.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay then. So okay
Thank you
then.
so much. Yeah.
Hey, Snehal and Balakrishna, can you disconnect and log in once again? I'm ending the meeting.